It's always funny when a celebrity says something ridiculous in an interview and then they become a meme for like 3 weeks. It's the Jubal Show. And one major celebrity did just that.
Yay.
And everybody's talking about them right now. We have the audio of what they said too. Play it in just a second. But who is the celebrity that is taking the world by storm and not in a way that they want to
This
today?
scares me.
I'm going to guess
Who
Miley
is
Cyrus.
it?
It's not Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Oh, that
Ooh.
really? I would
not
have
Taylor
suspected
Swift.
that one also.
It's none other than Oprah's best friend, Gayle King.
Oh, we talk about her all the time.
Yeah, but she did an interview after going to space because they did that space mission with Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
where they flew up there for a little while.
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
With Katy Perry.
Yeah. Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos' fiance, Lauren Sanchez, Gayle King.
And then two really important scientists
And two
that nobody
scientists.
knows their names.
Yeah, that nobody talked about at
We
all.
need to learn their
Two
names.
people actually probably doing good work.
Yeah.
And worked really hard to get there. But a pop star, Oprah's best friend, and Jeff Bezos' fiance went to space.
Is this a joke?
That was them before they took off. Just woo!
It's like a sorority party.
And if you missed it, when they went up to space, when they got back from their 11-minute flight, people were trolling them because it was like, okay, calm down. Because Katy Perry jumped off and Gayle King jumped off and they kissed the ground like they had just been on the moon for 6 months.
They're not
And
made
everybody
for
was like,
space.
stop it. You went up there for 11 minutes on some sort of weird PR space ride.
Yeah.
Right.
But Gayle King is making news right now because she swears that they're not just celebrities who had connections and had money and got to go to space on a little space ride.
Okay.
She says they're astronauts.
No.
And people should not
Guys.
discredit the great work for humanity that they did.
What did they do?
Here's this interview with Gayle King. We'll listen to it right now.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did. That's why it's called, this particular capsule is called the New Shepard.
So what? You did the same. So basically, they didn't come up with a new route for this mission. They used a route that's been done before, so they just had to plug in coordinates probably. So, once again, a ride.
Isn't this supposed to be designed to do rides, not
Yeah, that's
missions?
what
Like,
this
isn't
is.
that what Blue Origin is?
Yes.
Oh, it
That's
is?
what
That's what this
thought.
is.
Oh, that's actually.
They're trying to get
Yeah.
you to China in 9 minutes. That's
funnier.
what they're trying to do.
Like it's accessible for people to get on
Yeah.
other celebrities. It is a ride.
Also, Alan Shepard was the first person to ever do it. It was scary. He might not have come back.
Hey,
Yeah.
they
He
were
was an
scared
actual
too,
astronaut
Brad.
who went through actual training, who was an actual
Who cares?
pilot.
Never heard of him. He does not have a hit song.
Gosh.
Whoever that chump is. And he doesn't know Oprah very well.
Right.
That does make a difference.
And Gayle
Yeah.
King is angry because people were like, okay, cool. It's cool that you guys got to go to space, but obviously, let's be real. You're celebrities, and you went up there for 11 minutes for PR, but she continued on.
Duplicated that route. No one said he took that ride. Yeah. It's always referred to as a flight or a journey. So I feel that that's a little disrespectful to what the mission was and what the work that
There's a difference, though, because he was, I don't know, I'm assuming he was piloting the first
Yes.
space mission
Yes.
up there, or ride, if you the first space ride, he was the driver.
But you had to be an
Gayle King-
astronaut at that time.
Yeah, he had to
you
go
had
through all the.
extensive, multi-year training.
Yeah, they got on and they went for a ride. And if you were in a car, it's a ride. If you're not driving, you're like, I was on a ride with this person.
You're not Henry Ford if you drive a car down the road.
Well, what's the definition of astronaut?
I just don't know why she's being so defensive about it. Why
I
couldn't you
know.
just be thankful for the ride and call it what it was?
Right. It is a ride.
It's really cool you got to do that.
Well, I just think it's also because, I don't know, she goes to space, people make fun of her after, and still she's like, let me do an interview. This will get all the
This is
haters
gonna
away
make-
from me.
yeah. I got this. Even Katy Perry was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
Shut
sure.
my mouth.
That sounds cute.
Yeah. Gayle King did keep going.
Blue Origin does. We use space technology all the time, whether it's your GPS, whether it's your satellite. That doesn't just happen. Every time a flight goes up, they get some type of information. Two of the astronauts, I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but two of the astronauts.
I have a hard time because you're not an astronaut,
You're
Gayle
not.
King.
astronauts on board. One is a rocket scientist, one is an astrophysicist activist. We're actually doing experiments. But every time one of those goes...
So because they were doing experiments.
She said we.
Yeah.
So we were doing
If
things.
Gayle King was in high school on a class project, she's not doing anything but taking all the credit for the other people that did the work.
It's like
for
think
sure.
about like take your kid to work day. You know what I mean? That's what it was. It was like the astronauts
Yeah.
take your celebrity to work
right.
day.
She's
kind
also
of
being
deal.
taken serious as an astronaut now.
Listen, guys, we got to fund these experiments. Can we put some rich people in this can and send them
Yeah.
up there?
I'll have you know, there were two people with us that are very smart, and they did some experimenting, so I also did.
I just
in a
like
way.
how she said, this is one really serious person, this is one really smart person, so we were doing some very important things with them. Ma'am, what's the we for?
Also highlight them. You don't need to take any ownership of that.
I wish it was ever interviewing her would have been like, what did they do?
Yeah.
She would have been like, I saw like number. I don't know. I don't know. I was on a
What did they
ride.
do?
Shut up.
First thing I would have done when I got back was say, they'd be like, oh my gosh, Brad, you did such amazing. No. This Amanda Wynn here, this story is amazing. I want you to talk to her. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I was just so thankful to be there.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing the celebrity
That's
should
what
have done.
Gayle King should have done.
My
She wouldn't
goodness.
be
Instead,
making memes on the internet right now.
I just have to have a moment with the ground.
A moment with the ground.
Oh my.
Here's a little bit more that Gayle King had to say.
You get some information that can be used for something else. So I wish people would do more.
Sounds very scientific too. Every time it goes up, you get some information that could be used for something else. That's what they were doing.
diligence. And then my question is, have you all been to space? Have you been to space?
There.
No!
Go to space or go to Blue Origin and see what they
We're
do
not
and how they do,
rich!
and then come back and say,
go to space.
Have you been to space? How out of touch do you have to be to say, have you been to space?
No, because I'm not marrying Jeff Bezos. I've never kissed a guy and liked it, and I'm not Oprah's best friend.
Just go to Blue Origin like it's going to McDonald's. Just
Yeah.
go to Blue Origin and try it for yourself.
You couldn't be more out of
this is
touch.
a terrible thing. I've had so many girls and women and some guys who are saying, whoa, I saw what you did. I'm thinking maybe I should reconsider. Maybe I could do this too. The young girls in particular.
And you know
But
what they
it's not-
did? You know what they did?
Girl,
they
it's
went
not-
to their phone, okay, and they said, how do I get to become an astronaut? I should probably post more on TikTok. I should become a famous person. I should contribute to society 0% so that I can become an
20
astronaut.
years.
That's what you've done.
Then they
20
can
years
become
from
an
now,
astronaut.
they're going to be teaching history classes about how Gayle King
Yeah,
and
right.
Katy Perry went to space on a mission.
Honestly, listening to this, I'm kind of disappointed in her for
Just a
trying
young
to
girl.
take so much ownership. Yes,
Right?
young girls are important. Yes, inspiring them is so key.
What about
But
telling them about the
she didn't do
scientists
that
went up there to do
Exactly.
the stuff that was very important that they use for other things
Exactly.
that Gayle talked about?
And those women are incredible.
You can't even say what they did.
We're also encouraging, I mean, the boys look at it and see what women and young girls can do. So I know there are cranky Yankees. I know there's some haters, but I'm not going to let people steal my joy and steal the joy of what we did or what we accomplished that day. I'm just not going to let it in.
What we accomplished.
I'm not. And these are some of my friends that are just throwing shade.
She came down and Oprah checked her real quick.
Yeah, Oprah was like, "Girl, it's a ride," and I could have a space program if I wanted to, Gayle.
She could just launch one.
So that whole thing was just a passive aggressive response to Oprah being like, "Calm down."